And welcome to part 5, I think, of trying not to die stupidly in the long dark on Interloper. Slept, well, from where I left off last time, I've slept. I broke down a load of the clothes that I picked up yesterday. And I'm going to head off, do a few more things in Coastal Highway, a few more places to check.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Before I head off to the place with the forge, which name escapes me because I can't talk and do stuff at the same time. It's becoming abundantly clear to me. Desolation Point. See? Takes a moment. So that's the plan. There's definitely a few little bits that I want to have a look at. There's the lookout tower right on the top. There's a couple of houses. There's these little huts. And I'm probably will go into the mine. I was planning to come through that links up to Pleasant Valley, because there's a chance I have found in there the elusive hacksaw. So that's probably going to be the plan for today. I suspect I'll probably still be in Coastal Highway by the time we get to the end of the hour, or however long I record for. It's going to probably be not much longer than that. But this is the first time that I've recorded when I've actually got videos live. And as far as I can see, there are some people who have actually watched some of them. I can't tell how much because I'm still not quite sure how all the Google analytics stuff works. I don't think I understand that. So, thank you if you've watched. Do say hi.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
If you've got a comment on what I'm doing, feel free to. Just don't be mean. But yes, this is the first time I think I've actually done it when I've got live videos. And yeah, so apparently somebody's watched. And I'm hoping that finally, there's still walls over there. I'm hoping that finally I've got rid of the problem of the sound, which I always seem to set wrong. And whenever there's a blizzard or something really loud, you can't hear me talk. Now, there may be people thinking, well, that's good, but that's not the point. I think I've changed the settings to the point where you'll be able to hear, but I don't know if I've done it right until we get a blizzard. So until a blizzard happens, I have no idea. And if it is the case, I apologise, and I'll have another try at setting the settings to the proper numbers.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Right, that's the one fishing hut I haven't got to, but I am not going anywhere near it. While there is, I think they're normal wolves, while there are 3 wolves hanging around. It's just not happening. So I think I left a fish over by the fishing hut by the sea, so I'm going to pop over there and cook that. See if there's anything hanging around here. And then wander off through the rest of the highway and have a look. Like I said, I think I'm probably going to head off back to the Bonzit garage, dump stuff there, and then head off up. You can't see it, but up there in the hills. See what we can find. I can never quite remember the exact pathway. I think that's because I spend a lot of my time running in between them and not actually following them. But still, we can get that done. That'll be fine. There are other things that I've been thinking, as well as surviving 500 days, that I want to achieve, and I'm going to have to write a list at some point in the notes, maybe when there's a blizzard going on and I can't do anything else. But things like, I've never really used the trader. I've set a trade up, but I've always died before I've finished one. So I'd like to kind of use the trader properly. I want to find the camera. Now I know where the camera is. roughly, it's at the top of that mountain in the far territories in the region that's named, I can never remember when I want to, and always remember it at random other times. But it was the last region that was released. I know it's at the top of the mountain there by the I can't remember what it's called, but there's all the buildings on the top. Let's go and see if there are any other fish first. So that's one of the things I want to do. I want to try and find all the bunkers on Interloper. I've found them all, I know where they all are using the little handheld radio. But I haven't found them all without dying. On Interloper, I've done it on a custom run. So that's another thing that I kind of a target I want to finish. I'd like to, this is a slightly more ambitious one, I'd like to finish the tails on Interloper. But again, I don't tend to head out. Ooh, there's lots of stuff here. Don't tend to head out to far territories until I've got quite high cooking, normally 5, and I'm pushing towards level 5 on the boat. That said, get away with that. I do quite often pop over Sundered Pass. There you go. I knew I'd remember it. Sundered Pass is the region that there the camera is. Oh, the way my brain works. So I quite often head out to the far territory and I go into the Forsaken Airfield and I get the. You won't be able to get that. Head out to the Forsaken Airfield. How am I supposed to get that? I get the handheld radio and then come straight back again. But when I do it this time, I might head out to Sundered Pass and get the camera at the same time. I can't get at that. That's just not risking it. So that might be what I'll do. I head out and I'll head straight back in and get better equipped. It depends. It depends at what stage I head out there. What I'll probably do once I've got a bow, an arrow and a knife is I'll head off into Timberwolf Mountain and I'll raid the cargoes that's been dropped, and then I'll head into Ash Canyon and I'll get the backpack and I'll get the backpack and I'll get the even though you can make them, I'll get the things for your feet, crampons. No, there's not. I'm gonna get the crampons, and I'll that's a good session of each coming. And I'll do all that region and get the useful stuff that's out there, because normally, by the time I finish that, I'll probably have a pretty good bow level. I'll be able to hopefully kneel down, I'll be able to kill bears with a couple of bows instead of it taking 20. And I suspect at that point the cougar will probably be around, but whether I take that one or whether I wait till I'm further down the line at level 5 in other things, level 5 bow instead of just higher, I don't know. I feel like I'm wittering now, but anyway, there are some of the longer term goals that I've got in mind. I probably should write a list. I should probably have a look through the achievements and see if there's any of them I want to get. Now I could head up there, but I don't really want to, because there's normally quite a lot of useful stuff up there, but you need a hacksaw to get at it. So I don't think I'll bother. It's a very useful set of beach combers, but I think we're going to cook this fish now. It's midday already. Wow.
Perfect. I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
37 minutes. Day 37 minutes. Right, okay, so we're quite heavy. Need to leave some of this stuff behind. Definitely that. Leave the flour behind. But yes, you can see the clothes I've whittled down quite a bit. I've kept a spare pair of shoes, kept a spare coat, which I'll leave behind. I always carry a spare hat because it weighs next to nothing, and a spare pair of gloves because they weigh next to nothing. At least if I had, even if I've got heavier gloves, I'll probably, like the rabbit ones, I'll probably keep one of these. Just because if you get savaged by something and it ruins all your gear, the hat and the gloves tend to be the stuff that goes. So I will always carry a spare one. The hats, the gloves almost inevitably get ruined if you're mugged by a bear, or definitely by a cougar, and even sometimes by a wolf if it's a prolonged attack. So I will keep the hat and I will keep the gloves. And I'll probably, when I get if I find the aviator cap, or if I make some rabbit hat, make a rabbit hat, I'll keep one of these and get rid of that. But still, I always keep a spare one because, from experience, you don't want to be savaged by a bear and then walk around getting frostbite. Okay. Let's have some fish, thank you. Nice. What could I spend the last few minutes doing? I might cook. I've got one of them. No, I think I'll just leave it. I'll take one of the... Take a torch, even though it's rubbish. It's a bit better, but not much. That's alright. Anyway, quick drink and then we'll head off. Oh, I could have, couldn't I? Could have heated up a tea, but it's not that cold. It's not cold enough to be desperate for one of them. Right. Now I've got this torch, I might be able to go to the last of the fishing huts that I haven't done. Simply because I can get rid of the wolves with a torch. Although there's 3 of them. Now, do I want to risk... Well, I'm sure they're not timber wolves. But having 3 of them hang around like that, do I want to risk it? It's just the whole don't die stupidly idea that I'm gonna... Right, there's one right over there. I don't think they're timber wolves, but they are not. Just not. Just thought so. But I am paranoid about timber wolves. You would have picked that up. Don't come this way. Thank you very much. Right. Oh, you. Away from that. Loads of cloth. Oh, I've been in here. Oh, I've done that one. Oh my goodness, my brain. No. Short-term memory. Rubbish. Right, okay. Oh. Head that direction, I think. That should I've done that one. The angles might be wrong. I think we walk in this direction, we'll end up in the right place. Times like this, I realise how much I do love this game. It's a bit hard to put into words why. I think it's the sheer simplicity of it. Especially when you're in the sandbox. The Wintermeat is a bit different, but the sandbox is just very, very simple. You have to make decisions, or you have to make the right decisions, and if you make the wrong ones, you probably die, and then you have to start all over again. I think it's the idea there aren't relentless reams of quests and things like that to do. It's very, very simple. And I think that's probably it. It's just, I thought about trying other survival games, but then I read, oh, then you can craft, you know, all these things, and you can do this and you can do that, and I'm thinking that sounds really, really complicated compared to this very simple, very carefully crafted game. And I just wonder whether I'll start these other games and go, nah, not really bothered. So if anyone is watching this and has got a survival game that they want to suggest that I try, that's in the kind of same, I don't know, genre, kind of same type of idea as The Long Dark, I will happily take suggestions. Whether I actually try them or not, I don't know, but I will happily take suggestions of survival games that are simple to play and are in the same vein as this one. To land here. Something dead there. Am I? If I got all my angles wrong, I have. I'm headed out to the sea. Oh dear. Yeah, that's the Wasset Island. Okay, I need to go over here. It's very easy to get turned around in the whiteout, to be fair, but I should have known better. God, is the walk going to walk this way? Turn back. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure I want to go walking up the mountains in this whiteout either. Going back to that whole idea of simplicity, I hope, well, I say I hope, the new game, Black, I want to call it Black Rock every time, and it's not. Blackfrost, when that comes out, it's going to have quite a lot to live up to. I guess, as a studio, Interloper have been doing this for years now, so they must have a better idea of how they're going to craft it and build it together. and make it a similar, if not the same, it won't be the same, but make it a similar experience. Quite excited about the possibilities of Blackfrost, to be fair. I like the idea of there being this massive and a multiplayer game where two people start at like opposite ends of the map and they've got to find each other, but they can't communicate with each other until they've found each other. So it's not like you can sit and message and go, oh hi, I'm in this region and by that building. They've actually got to find each other and they can't communicate. That'd be a challenge. Or you could even multiply. If it's a big enough map, you could have 3 or 4 people all starting in various extreme ends of the map, and they have to. I don't know how they're going to do it. Is it going to be one massive open world, or is it going to be like this? Is it going to be lots of interlocking regions? Either way, you could have people starting in different regions and different ends of the map, and until they're all caught up with each other, they can't actually communicate. So there's loads of possibilities, and I think it'd be really interesting to see what they do with it. But the idea of it being more urban, I kind of like that, but at the same time, I hope there's a lot of wilderness, because that is, for me, that's kind of the most interesting bit. Still, when you've got to head out. Like, I really like Hush River Valley. Oh my goodness. Oh wait. Really like Hush River Valley, but one of the reasons for that is it's the proper wilderness. There's nothing out there. It's not quite the same. Now you've got the bunkers, but and there's 2 of them if you're playing. If you found the one on the tails, but something there. That was weird. Right, I'm gonna have to put some of these elsewhere, not carrying all of them. Oh no, I do need 2 there because that's nearly done. Need them. Need that. Take 2 of them. Oh, okay. Don't need that. Oh no, that was my torch, wasn't it? Idiot. Right. I'll take another pack of these. It's fine. Right, okay. I'll leave these out here. I've never noticed that before. Like I said, I know I'm repeating myself. I'm listening with headphones. I haven't always done that. I've always had it on a speaker out loud. Didn't realise the echo that you can hear in this room. Wow, that's just awesome. I'm not taking those with me. One of the reasons I want to shed some weight is because I'm planning on going into the mine and picking up some coal, so I don't want to carry. Oh yeah, we'll leave that behind as well. Right, we'll leave a pile of clothes that we can rip up here, because I'm not going to keep the shoes, and I'm not going to keep, what was that shirt? That shirt. So get rid of them. Drop the socks. All of that. Going to keep the coat. We're going to keep those shoes. Let's put them together. Live there. I I dropped all this food here. It's handy. I'm not taking that with me. Keep that, keep that. Probably drop that. Drop that. That should keep me going. I mean, I might not be going anywhere if it's still a whiteout, so let's leave that behind. How much of that? I've only got 2 hours of that left to read. I haven't started that, so that can stay. And I've only have started that, so that can stay. Good job I picked that up again, because finding I didn't have that would have been annoying. Right. What's it looking? Let's make this decision. That's fine. Oh. Oh, it's 2 mooses I've seen now. What's betting as soon as I have a bow, I won't see one for weeks. So, we're going to go up the hill. How much time have we got? We'll probably end up sleeping in those little houses. Halfway around. Leave me alone. Okay, I'm going to suggest now that what will happen is I'll forget there's a moose there when I come back down, and I'll get stomped on by it. That's the kind of thing that I would do. The house is normally trashed. Yep. Can meet bears. Say bears. A bear. This journey, but not a lot. I can see it further along.
Man, all I can think about is food.
Like that. These out just in case we come across a wolf. There. Say just in case. Inevitably when. Sometimes some stuff along hidden up there. Apart from a wall. Don't see anything useful. I'd need a hacksaw. It's that kind of useful that I'm looking for. Wooden saplings that make arrows and stuff. Now we're kind of entering into places where you might see a bear. Is that all? Oh, it's another match gone. Lucky I've got quite a few. Got to stop using the touchpad on the laptop. I've got to start sticking to the mouse. I think that's part of the problem. My fault. User incompetence, which is the reason for most mistakes. I could say in the long dark, but they're probably true of life. organise the keyboard settings as well, because I've got it set up in a ridiculous way. Life easy. Just thinking, why did I come up this way when I could have actually come up that road here on the left and gone straight to that? I think that's out of habits from before I played Interloper, and I used to go to the house that was destroyed and then I'd loop round up this way. Old habits die hard, but I think that's why I came the long way. Yep, I could have done a lot shorter route there. Okay, bears. Look out for bears. No. Apologies. User incompetence again. Just waiting for that big brown furry blob to appear in the distance. It's very quiet. No sign of any bears. Spoke too soon. That's a bear. And I've realised I want to get up there. So, nice timing. Run away from the bear. And the place I actually want to be.
Oh, I'm starving.
Here we go. It's a nifty bit of there's not normally much in these, but we'll have a look. Might find a chocolate bar or something. It's not normally big items, you might be lucky to find. We'll have a look. Oh, we'll have some dog food. Joy. It's another, my goodness, packet of those, but we'll take them, we'll keep them. I said they're useful. Tend to be used for the slightly more wildernessy, or I tend to use them in the slightly more wildernessy places where you might want to hang around in a certain place for very long because you're not protected and you don't know what animals are going to be sniffing around. So you can boil water up quickly because you only need to spend half the time doing it. But I know a lot of people don't use them at all, which is fair enough. They are quite heavy for what they are. You're not that tired. I can see how tired you are, and you're not that tired. Although, the prospect of sleeping in the mine. Oops, no, I don't want to do that. Might be a bit off-putting for you. So. Just need to get up there. Unfortunately, there is not really a shortcut as far as I know. Up. There might be. Not one that I know of. I'm sure someone will tell me if there is. Is that one, or is that the actual path? No, I think that's a way down. You can come down there. I don't think you can go up it. Yeah, that looks way too steep. That can't be. So. Right, okay, we are reaching the end of the day. Need a quick snack. We are reaching the end of the day, so I need to get up to the top. There's like 3 tiers of pathways on this mountain in Coastal Highway. There's the one I'm on, which is kind of in the middle. There's a lower one, and then there's a top one, and that's where I want to get to. But I think all of these are too steep. So I think I'm sure I've done something wrong here. I'm sure there's a quicker way. But yeah, you've got the road, and then you've got like, I think there's like 3 other pathways at different levels. They all interlink, but this is the middle one. There's one further down, which is, you can see the road. You can see the road over there. You can see the road there by my thumb. There's another tier. There's another one that kind of runs middle level, and then there's this one which is in the middle. There's one more that's up there. They're not exactly parallel. They're not, they don't run straight and true. When does anything ever do that in Long Dark? But there are kind of 3 tiers of pathways. Tiers, levels, I don't know. But anyway, there are several layers of that. Right, now, do I want to do rabbits? Oh, might be one up there. So this takes you up. This takes you up to a corner of the road, and if you go left, you go to the mine. If you go right, you go to the little lookout tower thing. Have I found the Polaroid for that? What's that? Yes, I have. Right, so I'll be able to get the map sorted. I want to get my well-fed bonus back. Do you know what? I haven't been tracking how many days I've survived so far. Should probably have a look at some point.
Anything right now.
Right, there's also quite often a wolf hanging around here. Get there. Ah! No! Break my ankle. Ah! Might escape the wolf. Yep, both ankles. Okay, that was, I knew there'd be something up there. Okay. Just a bit of health, not much, that's good. Just throw yourself off a cliff, you'll survive. Oh my goodness. Right, okay. That was a bit of a shock. Yes. Right, okay. Now I know I can't go up there, but I think we need to light a torch. Or at least have one ready. Oh, fateful last words. Well, there might be a wolf around here. Bark. No chance. To dodge it, just have to run. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get up there, am I? Oh. Can I get up here?
I'm gonna need some first aid soon.
Come on. Actually, got some stamina. Oh, there's 2 of them. Yeah.
I've never been so hungry in my life.
You'll be fine. I'm going to hunt all the animals later. I want to get away from this wall. You'll be able to see the footprints from my rapid retreat somewhere up here when I throw myself off a cliff. I I should have had the torch lit before I got there. I knew there was going to be something up there. I just wasn't expecting it to be quite that directly in front of me. Right, where are you? There. Right. Don't roll backwards. Triggered. Run away. Before he wakes up, let's go down here. Into the mine. Thank you. This mine is one of my last two hopes for a hacksaw before I head off into... I'm not entirely sure which is the best thing to do. See what happens. Here. Let's do this quick before the torches run out. I don't know. I've not got great torches, so this may not have been the best idea, but committed now. Necessarily dump some of the toolboxes. I'll definitely dump that if I need to. Torch is dying already. What's this one? Great. What have I got left? Two more after this. Rid of the other one. 3 of them. That's a bit of a result. Anything else? Yeah, anywhere else? A bit of metal. Nope. Wasn't any of that. I did check. Yep. Okay. How heavy are we? Not massively. Bin burst.
I could eat a horse. Let's stand a lot because I love horses.
Keep lucky to find a horse. That's all I'm saying. Don't need to pick up too much coal. Because I'll do all of that when I'm on the transition cave going into destination point. But this is tricky to see now. Not to see anything, so where's that gone? Right. My own stupid fault. I was there. Oh, you idiot. Anyway. down here. A little something. There's normally something in that.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Nobody needs that. So we've got to the end of the mine. Up in here. Right. So. Don't want to make any porridge. And go outside.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Get some torches. This to get put out. It is sheltered, so right. We'll just chuck in that. That's heavier of the stuff. Chuck in some of them. Chuck in the torch. Okay. Now there's nothing there to cook. I mean. Take the torches. Right, some of those torches are decent, but some of them are rubbish, so anything less than 30%. Going. Take that one for now. I think I'm going to sleep here. Is there anything I need to do? No. Torch out. I need to, at the very least, I need to rip that up and have a couple of bandages. I need to. A couple. Oh, I'm going to dump some of this stuff by the entrance. Carrying it all. We'll have a few of these. Have the old jerky. Should be enough. Right. Okay. Some decent torches. So we'll get out of the mine. The other way, back to coastal. I think I've checked out most of the places in the mine where you might find something, but oh no.
Can you eat trees?
A few other odd places, but you don't normally find anything useful. You might find a hacksaw. No, not a hacksaw. You might find a crowbar. There's sometimes bodies in. Is that one there? Said you might find bodies, but I don't think I don't think I've ever found a hacksaw by one. there, didn't I? Yes. Alternative routes have I not taken? I came out there, sort of go along here. Dead end. So this is the mining Wintermute that actually brings you out in a different place. Coastal highway. Spoiler alert. Yeah, I remember being confused about that when I first used this. Not as part of the Wintermute story, because I just was very confused as to where it came out, because it didn't come out where the story brings it out. I am not taking a risk of not having a lit torch. I'm wandering around here again. I don't want to have to run off a cliff. Or run down a hill that steep that quickly. Oh, I might actually get a nice screenshot for later. Yes, I'm going to head up to the lookout tower now. And I think at this point I'll do my usual plug for the SF Plays channel. As he continues to learn how to play this game. He's doing a very good job of it in a very entertaining way. And I think I have as a default setting his channel tagged in the comments for each of these videos, so go have a look, go have a watch. Does great commentary. I look forward to Stalker Sundays. Although I don't quite know what he's going to do when he comes to playing Interloper, which I'm sure is his aim. I think he's definitely pushing towards that, because Stalker Sundays is nicely alliterative, but none of the days of the week start with an I. So I'm not quite sure what he's going to do. I think we'll have that, thank you. Of course, now I'm prepared for it. No wolf at all. No wolf coming. Have a torch. Well, didn't have a torch. Jumps here. Right. I have a feeling I might be finishing today's episode in the middle of a day, which I don't really want to do. Up on the top of this tower, because we've played for quite a long time and I don't want to edit massive chunks out, because that defeats the point.
I need to find food.
So yeah, this might be the end of the episode. It just feels a bit weird, but still, you've got to be adaptable. Yes, I think we're going to get quite a nice looking screenshot at the top of this. Best probably go. Drop this. Try that again. Don't want the Vista location thing there either. No, we're going to draw the map. Then we'll do the screenshot. Nice. Now it's windy. Oh well. We'll get a better screenshot in a minute. Let's have a look. Anything in here? Last chance, I think. Maybe hacksaw. Nope. Nope. Oh look, another book. Oh, it's a fire book. I don't mind that one. Nope. Final chance. Anything under the chair? No. Okay. Oh, yes. No, film. Jeepers. It's the last thing I want. Okay. Let's turn the chair around. Tuck it in the corner. Give it a table to sit by. Oops. Feel like tidy you up into the corner. Yeah, so I think I've been playing for quite a while. I think it's pushing an hour. So I'm gonna call it a day here with a nice view to finish with. There's my screenshot. Right. I might do one that way as well, and I'll decide which looks best. Okay, and on that note, we'll call it a day. Thank you for watching. I will have a snack, and I will probably, in the next episode, go back down to the Quonset garage, pick up all my metal, head off that way, and go out to Desolation Point to start making arrowheads. Well, thank you very much for watching. Not the most productive of sessions, but there we go. Oh, last thing, what was I going to do? Check how many days have I actually been doing this? 10. I feel like I've done quite a lot in 10 days. Yeah, I think that's long enough. We need to move on. Right, as I said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.